While you at it peeping this shit, go ahead to youtube.com/waterway TV and subscribe to that shit. Yeah, you know the waves in it. Baseball when hitting a home run, hit it with the coldest rains. And even on my bad days, I'm a clutch to finish. The track diminished, the booth burnt hands.
It's like, what's the quick story behind like Bateman and Stevenson and Gable Stevenson?
Yeah.
You did you know them? You're familiar with them, and then you just reached out, or similar story?
Actually, this one was crazy. I didn't reach out to either of those first. So it was really early on. And then I got a DM from Gable like really early, like before my friends even knew about Blind Havoc. I had like probably 110 followers. And then Gable shot me a DM. He was like, "I love that black tee. Like, it's hard." And I was like, I clicked on my DMs and I saw a blue check mark. I was like, oh, it's probably some like spam account. And I clicked. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like Gable. And I was like, I shot him back and I was like, thank you so much. And then he's like, do you have any left? And I was like, absolutely. And then we kind of arranged and I met up after his practice the very next day out here. And then I was just gonna like drop off like a few shirts, and then we just started talking for like half an hour, and then kind of became like friends from there. And it was just super like organic and real and just kind of connected. Like I started asking him questions about like obviously his training and all stuff like that. And then he would ask me stuff about the brand, and I was just like, this is just like a really nice guy. So that was definitely a blessing.
Thanks. And then I guess if you want to touch on like the Bateman connection too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Rashod, kind of the same thing. Actually, I think I might have sent him a DM first. Mm-hmm. And this was after his sophomore season. So he was playing amazing. Obviously, like everyone in the state probably knew who he was. Mm-hmm. Shot him a DM. And then I was like, hey, kind of the same spiel as the Cavender twins. And I sent him pictures of like the brand and stuff. And he said he's seen it on campus on a few guys. And then I told him that I would drop off like a package for him. And he was like, cool. And he was actually leaving the next day. This was Christmas Eve. And he was going out to Atlanta to train because that's where he's from. And then it was like a huge snowstorm. And I was talking to my parents. I was like, I'm about to go drive down there and talk with Rashod. And they're like, well, like it's Christmas Eve. It's snow. Like you probably should stay in the house. And I was like, no, like he's about to leave to Atlanta. Like the very next day, I have to go. And then, yeah, just kind of drove down there, chopped up with him. Not as long as Gable, but kind of talked for like 10 minutes. Super cool dude. Really quiet, like really quiet. But yeah, gave him the merch, and then he just started like repping it everywhere. Like he was wearing it. He had a YouTube he was trying to build, and he would like wear it like in all the stuff, and I had no idea, and I would just get like tagged in pictures, and so that was really cool.
Yeah, Bateman seems to be showing love to a lot of people
he
back
shows
here.
A lot of
like
love,
I seen like
yeah.
he's modeled for Skin Tones.
Skin Tones, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I seen he posted your stuff a few times.
Yeah.
And then while we're on the subject, I seen Suni Lee came by your kiosk.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was like unplanned, wasn't it? Like just kind of pulled up, was in the mall.
Crazy, yeah.
Did she know? Like, did she just come up and ask questions, or did she like come up and be like, "Oh, I've seen people with this," or like how did that conversation go? Because that's like. I mean, Gable's also a goal. I was gonna say she's one of the most popular.
Huge,
but her and Gable are basically kind of on that same pedestal of Olympiads, whatever the word.
She's crazy. Yeah. So it was just like a month ago in the mall. I was just there on a Saturday, and then I saw her from like probably 200 feet away, and I was like, no way, it's actually her. And then she came closer, and then I just kind of gave like my kiosk pitch, kind of like, hey, this is Blind Havoc, and like right as I started that, she was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this on a few of my friends. And I was like, seriously, like that's so cool. Like I'm a huge fan of yours. And she was like, oh my gosh, like Suni as well is like one of the like nicest, most down to earth people I've met. That was just crazy experience. And then I kind of like told her about the brand message because she's like obviously seen a few of the pieces, but didn't know like exactly what the brand was about. Told her about it, and then she copped a brown hoodie and the lavender Ignore What's Negative one. And then we got a pick, and then she went out and threw the first pitch of the Twins game that night, and my grandpa was actually there, and I shot him a pic. I was like, hey, I was just with her, and then he was like, yeah, that's so cool. But yeah, so that was totally organic, crazy experience, and then she just kind of like aligned with the brand, so it was cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Like you never. That's what I learned with having this physical space. You never know who's gonna walk in.
No
like for
clue.
you never know who's gonna walk by. You never know like. Someone could walk, obviously, like someone could come in and spend some money, make you some money today. But like someone could come in and have a conversation with you, and
that could go way farther
than making $40 or whatever.
Yeah.